So, hello everyone. We're just going live at 1:30 this afternoon for our Key Stage 2 Easter themed yoga lesson for half an hour. So we'll just hang on for a moment or so until we get to past, so that people have got time to join us. If you are here already, then make sure that you've got your mat rolled out in a comfortable space, or if you don't have a mat, that you have a soft carpeted area on which you can do your yoga practice. Make sure that if you're wearing any socks, that you pop those socks off, and got a little puppet on my shoulder, and that you've got anything that you might need nearby. So perhaps making sure that you have a blanket if you think you might need one, although it is rather warm today. And also maybe your favourite cuddly toy nearby so that you can make yourself nice and cosy and comfortable for relaxation. Okay, so where are we? We're just coming up to 1:30 now. So I think we will get ready to make a start. So as I mentioned, it's Key Stage 2 yoga, ideally suited for ages 7 to 11. But if you're slightly younger or older than that, or even if you're a grown-up, then you are more than welcome to join in with this afternoon's lesson. Whatever age group you might be in, just make sure that you are paying attention to your body. So if anything feels at all uncomfortable, that you take a rest or modify your pose if you need to. And then just making sure that you've got a comfortable space ready in which to do your practice. So rolling out your mat, or just finding a space on a carpeted floor, and remembering to take off those socks so that you've got your bare feet helping you to balance better and also to find your grip. Okay, so I'm going to head over to the mat and find a comfortable seated position in which to begin. So find yourself a place where you can sit comfortably, whether that's with the legs crossed or out in front of you, or maybe even up on your knees. We're going to start by taking 3 deep breaths together with the chime. So making sure that you're sitting really tall, using that golden thread to lift you up towards the sky as we take our 3 breaths together. Lovely. So we're going to begin by thinking about all things Easter. And one of the key things about the idea of Easter is the Easter bunny. So no matter how old you are, the Easter bunny is probably still somewhat important figure to you. So bunnies have very good sight and hearing and a good sense of smell to make sure that they stay safe out in the wild. And so we're going to be working on all of those factors in our yoga today. So I'm going to come a little bit closer so that you can see my face a bit more clearly. We're going to start by working on exercising our eyes. So whilst we're at home doing most of our learning on our screens, we are probably finding that our eyes are just staring at those computers or tablets most of the day now. So we want to make sure that those eye muscles are getting plenty of exercise. So we're going to start with a little exercise called eyes around the clock. So if I pop off my glasses, you might be able to see my eyes just ever so slightly better. It's just that you're a bit more blurry to me now. So we're going to start by sitting really tall. Keep the whole body, including your head, nice and still. And we're just moving with the eyes. So we're taking them to look up at the ceiling, over to one side, down towards the floor, over to the other side, coming back down to the floor, over to that first side, up to the top, bringing them straight in front of you, having a good old blink. Wonderful. Okay, we're going to put those moves together in a circle. So we're going to start by looking up towards the ceiling, then rolling the eyes round to one side, coming down to the floor, across and up the other side, up to the top, going back the other way, round the opposite way on your clock, down to the bottom, over to the other side, back up high, looking straight in front of you. Give those eyes a really good blink. Lovely. Okay, so our eyes are nice and warmed up now, so I'm going to put my eyes back on so I can see again. I move on to our rabbits having a little twitchy nose. So they can smell really well and they have little twitchy noses. So we're going to work on that twitchy nose by taking 3 rounds of our rabbit breath. So to do our rabbit breathing, we take 3 deep breaths in through the nose and 1 straight back out, a bit like this. So we do 3 together, 3 sniffs in, 1 sniff out. Ready? Lovely. Okay, so our rabbits also have really good hearing. So hopefully the sound's going to come out okay through the computer. So I've got a couple of different chimes with me. We're going to listen to the sound, and when you can't hear it anymore, you're going to pop your hands on top of your head, okay? Now, which way am I moving? This way, there we go. So I'm going to make the sound. Listen really carefully. Okay, so that was our really high sound. Now I'm going to try with a much lower sound. So bringing those hands back down from the top of your head. We're going to have a little listen to this one. And when we can't hear it anymore, we're going to pop those hands back on top of your head again. Wonderful. So you can compare those 2 sounds. We have the very low sound of the singing bowl, and the very high-pitched sound from these tincture bells. So which one could you hear for the longest? Which one could you hear for longest, guys?
Singing bowl.
The singing bowl? Yeah. So that deeper sound you could hear for much longer. So we're just testing out how those ears work. So now we know that our eyes, our ears and our nose are working really well. We're going to hop straight up onto our feet and start to check that all the other bits of the body are working just as well. So standing nice and tall, I'm going to start by shaking out one hand and arm. Placing it back down as you shake out that other hand and arm. Lovely. Testing a bit of balance here as you stand on one leg, shaking out the leg and foot that's in the air. Okay, then pop it down, beginning to shake the other leg out. Lovely. Not always so easy to balance.
It is.
Super. Then we're going to shake everything at once. So arms, legs, body moving around like a wobbly jelly. Lovely. And then freeze. Super. So to finish our warm-up, we're going to take 2 rounds of sun salutations to celebrate this beautiful sunny weather that we're having. So coming to stand at the front of your mat or your practice space so you have some room behind you. Now bring those hands together in front of your heart and take 1 deep breath in and out. Reaching your arms up to the sky. Then fold the body forwards down to the floor. Stepping back with 1 leg. Then taking back the other leg. Lower your knees and your body down to the floor. Rolling out the shoulders, lift the chest, looking up to the sun. Coming back to downward facing dog. Lifting the hips, take a big and out. Step forward with 1 leg and then the other. Stretching all the way up high. Hands come back to the heart. Big breath in and out. Reaching the arms up high. Dangle the body forward. Stepping back with 1 leg and then the other. Bringing your knees and your tummy down to the floor. Roll the shoulders looking up. Then lift the hips up to downward facing dog. Big breath in and out. Step forward with 1 foot and the reaching the arms all the way up high, hands back to the heart. Big breath in and out. Lovely. So coming back down to seated for a moment. So Easter wouldn't be complete without an Easter egg hunt. And even as a grown-up, this is something that I still really enjoy doing. So obviously I can't do a real life Easter egg hunt with you, but I have got some eggs here hiding beneath a various amount of Easter themed toys. So I'm going to give some clues and hopefully these guys are going to find the right egg. Inside each egg we have a yoga pose. So when they get the egg, they're going to open it up and have a look. Then they're going to come into that yoga pose and we're going to try and guess which one it is and then join them in that same position. Okay, so for our first clue, we're looking for an animal. It's an animal with 4 legs. It has a short tail. What is it? You need to tell them the animal.
Sheep.
So this is our spring lamb. So underneath there was an egg, and that was just the one that we were looking for. So inside, no, you don't show. You show us the pose, and we'll try and see what you're doing, and then we'll get everyone to join in with us. So that does look like downward dog to me. And yes, on the card we do have downward dog. So starting from all fours, place your hands under your shoulders, lift your hips, downward dog. Let's take a big breath in and out. Gently coming back down to the floor as we look for our next clue. So, our next clue is another animal. This one has more than 4 legs. What have you found? What is it? Show us the animal. It's a ladybird. So just from more than 4 legs, we found that it's our lovely, beautiful ladybird, red with black spots. Obviously, bees and ladybirds and everything start to come back out in springtime. So under there in the egg, we have another pose. So can you show us what this pose looks like?
Boat.
Oh, so this looks like a boat pose to me, and it is a boat pose. So for this one, we're going to be sitting on our bottom, and it really tests how strong our tummy muscles are. So bring your feet flat to the floor, hands behind your legs, and then lift up one leg, and then lift up the other leg, sitting nice and strong in your body. And then maybe you might let go with your hands too. Pausing here for a big breath in and out. Sinking the feet back down. Lovely. Okay, so we've got 4 poses left. And this next one is not an animal. Okay? It's one of our other Easter items. No, don't start having given any clues. I think you two should both come and sit over here so you can see from a distance what you're looking at. Okay, so this next one is a container in which we deliver our eggs. This is not the right container. Can we put that one back, please?
No.
Okay, so it was in fact our basket in which we deliver all our lovely Easter presents. So, I'm going to have a look inside the egg and see what pose we have. We're going to see if we can guess from what we're shown.
Warrior 1.
That does look like Warrior 1 to me. So we need to hop all the way up to our feet. We're going to step 1 foot forward, and the back foot's diagonal. Bending that front knee, making sure it doesn't go beyond the ankle. So your foot needs to go a little further forward there. Lovely, sweeping the arms up high, looking up high. So you take a big breath in and out. Now this one is not symmetrical like the other poses, so we're going to swap to the other side. You can either spin round on the spot, or you could hop legs round the opposite way. So now you've got the other knee bent, stretching those arms back up. So you take a big breath in and out. Okay, Okay, so I think we're going to go for maybe one or two more of these. So, come and sit back down here then, guys. So this time, we're looking for an animal. And this animal has 2 legs.
No, that one has 2 legs as well, Phoebe.
We don't know what it is yet. It's not that one. Or maybe it is. So this animal likes to live in a burrow. And it's a mammal. Right, can someone bring me the animal, please? This is our rabbit. So underneath the rabbit we had another egg. So, bunny down. Okay, so inside the egg we have a pose and we're about to be showing what this one is. Okay, so.
Star.
Oh, this one looks like a star. So we're back up on our feet. You want all 10 toes pointing forwards, but you want to take those feet quite wide apart. Standing with nice straight legs, sweeping the arms out wide. Looking straight ahead like a bright shining star. So you take a big breath in and out. Floating the arms back down. We've only got 2 left, so we're going to use one clue in order to find it. So, sitting back down. Okay, so this one is, how are we going to describe it? Kind of round in shape.
What do you mean? Well, it sounds round-ish.
You know, I'm going to open this egg because they can't agree. It was actually going to be the chick. So if you come back to your mat, guys, I'm going to show this pose and you're going to see if you can guess what I'm doing.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Okay.
Oh, plank.
Yeah, plank pose. So this is a really big, strong pose, helping to strengthen your legs and your body. So lower your bottom down, please. You want a nice straight line from your head to your toes. As you take a big breath in and out. Bring the knees back down. And coming down to sit on your bottom. So, we have another game to play next. So for this one, we have got a dice and a number of different poses. So let me show you which ones we've got first. So on here, I have a number of different things to do with Easter. So at number 1, we have the moon. Now the moon is linked to Easter because it's one of the Christian festivals that actually follows the calendar of the moon. So the date of Easter moves around depending on that full moon that falls after the spring equinox. Okay, so at number 2 we have the egg. And eggs have an obvious link with Easter because of all their lovely chocolate eggs. So at number 3 we have the rabbit. And we think about the Easter bunny and all the rabbits that are around in springtime. So down at number 4, we have flowers. So there's lots of flowers blooming into life at this time of year, and it's also an alternative present that you can give for Easter. Number 5 is the hen, which is where our eggs at number 2 come from. And then finally at number 6, we have the trees. So again, all the trees are coming back out of their winter slumber and beginning to bloom with leaves and blossom again. So we're going to quickly practice all 6 of the postures and poses on these cards so that we can remember what they all are. And then we're going to be rolling this dice, okay? So when we roll the dice, it's going to come up with a number, and depending on the number, you're going to come into that shape or breath, as the case may be. Okay, so we're going to follow the dice as we play our game. So, I'm going to see if I can find somewhere to pop this that you might be able to keep seeing it during without everything else getting in the way. So we pop that maybe to the side over here so that you can see the numbers still. Okay. So we're going to run through these poses. So first of all, that moon at number 1. It's going to be a pose where we're picturing that big, bright full moon, just like we had a couple of days ago. So the feet are wide, heels in, toes out. Taking the arms up high as you sink down, imagining that you're holding that bright full moon above you. Okay, so this will be our full moon pose. So if we roll a 1, we're coming into this shape. Okay, so number 2 was the egg. So for our egg, we're going to curl up on our back, hugging our knees into our tummies, just like an egg resting in a nest or waiting to be discovered on an egg hunt. Okay, lovely. So number 3 was our rabbit. So for this one, we're going to revisit that bunny breath. So coming onto your knees. You can either rest the hands on your knees, or if you wish to be a little bit more like a rabbit, you can bring up some bunny ears. If we roll a 3, you're going to come here and repeat that bunny breath. So 3 sniffs in, 1 out. Okay. So number 4 is our flower. So for our flower, we're going to be up high on our knees, making our hands into that flower shape where you keep your thumb and little fingers together. Stretching the plant high over your head and looking up towards the sky. Simply focusing on the breath here. So number 4, flower pose. Number 5 is our hen. So to be a hen, we're going to need a little bit of balance as we come onto our toes. Then bring our hands to the back of our hips to make those wings. And just gently flapping those wings as you hold that balance on your knees. Lovely. And then finally, number 6 is our tree pose. So for this one, you're standing all the way up. If we roll a 6, you're going to bring your hands together, resting one foot either on the ankle or up on the calf. You can keep the hands in or maybe open up branches. Just remember, if we roll more than 1 6, to come into tree the next time on the opposite side. Okay, so try and remember what those numbers are. I'll be here to call out the poses for you. And these guys are going to be demonstrating all of those different things, depending on what number gets rolled. So I'm going to roll the dice. And first up, we have number 4. So coming into your flower pose. Can you remember flower? Down on your knees, up high, hands high over your head to make that flower shape. Big breath in and out. Lovely. Right, next number is number 5. So for number 5, we are a hen. So down on your toes, find that steady balance. Gently flapping those chicken wings without falling over. Lovely. Excellent job. This time we're back to 4, coming back to flower. Lift that bloom up high, look up at that flower. Big breath in and out. Okay, this time number 2, coming into your egg shape. Roll on to your back. Hug those knees in as you take a big breath in and out. This time again, number 5, back to your chicken pose. Find your balance. Make those wings move. Lovely. I'll get you out of there quickly. Coming into number 1, our moon posture. So coming up high, legs wide, heels in, toes out. Sink down. Big breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Lovely and powerful. Oh, not 1 again. Stay in your moon for another breath. Big breath in and out. Number 5, this dice loves a chicken. Squatting down. Careful with your balance. Right, couple more. Number 4, back to flower pose. High on those knees, making that beautiful petal. Big breath in and out. Let's see what the dice has for us this time. It's number 3, rabbit. So coming down low on those knees. Hands either on the knees or up here, or even make some rabbit ears. So you take a big breath in and out. Sniff in 3 times and out 1. 1 more. Lovely. Right. 2 more rolls to go, okay? Number 6. What are the chances of that? So up into tree pose. Find that balance. Look at something that's not moving to help you. Foot on the ankle or the calf, not on the knee. Big breath in and out. While we're here, swap sides. Root the other foot down. Bring the other leg to the ankle or the calf. Big breath in and out. Lovely. Right, last dice roll. No, we're not doing 6 again. Here we go. Number 4. My goodness, doesn't it love a flower? Fly on your knees. Make your hands into that beautiful flower shape. Lift it up, gazing at that bloom as you take a huge breath in and out. Wonderful. Great job, guys. So coming back to your mat and sitting down on your bottoms. Make sure you have a little room behind you as you do so. So we're going to make an egg shape, but this time sitting down. So draw the feet to the floor. Hug those knees in tight towards your belly. Tuck your head in, imagining that you're an egg. Then very slowly keep those knees squeezed in as you roll down onto your back, hugging those knees into your tummy. Maybe stretching one leg up towards the sky. Float it back down. Stretch the other leg up. Float it back down. Stretch both legs up together. Bring them back in towards the chest. Take a very gentle rock of the body from side to side. Stopping in the middle. Allow the feet to come down to the floor. Either keep the knees bent if that's more comfortable, or stretch your legs out long across your mat as you wriggle and fidget to find a comfortable place for relaxation. Laying on your back. If you wish to use a blanket and you have one nearby, then do pop one on top of you now. And just have a little wriggle to make yourself as comfortable as you can be as you settle into stillness. Allow your eyes to be closed, your arms to rest alongside your body. Then imagine that you're a fresh little bunny rabbit, leaving the burrow after a long, damp winter, and beginning to explore. You hop along through the forest, moving around the base of different trees, scampering along. You might notice other creatures such as squirrels or robins, maybe insects busily collecting food. You continue to dash through the forest floor until you reach a clearing ahead. arriving at this meadow filled with long, fresh green grass, noticing the beautiful wild flowers of all different colours as you continue to explore. You find a patch of freshly cut grass that looks far too tempting to pass by. So you sit down and begin to munch on the grass. After a little while of eating, you feel comfortably full. So you wander a little further and find a cozy place to curl up for a rest, laying snuggled and warm beneath the bright blue sky, the warmth of the sun radiating throughout your body, helping you to feel happy, safe, and calm. Resting here a few moments longer, feeling that warmth throughout your entire body. Beginning to gently move the fingers and your toes, hugging the knees in towards your chest, gently bringing yourself back up to a seated position, growing tall through the crown of your head. Rest your hands down on your knees. So we take 3 deep breaths together. Each time we hear the chime, breathing in and out. Bringing your hands together in front of your heart. So we bow our heads to one another. Namaste.
Namaste.
So thank you very much for joining us for our Easter-themed yoga practice. I hope you had some fun, and I also hope that you have a very nice Easter weekend, albeit a little bit strange and maybe not what you originally had planned. So do take care of each other, enjoy the sunshine responsibly in your gardens, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. We're back for more live yoga for early years and Key Stage 1 on Tuesday next week at 1:30. And then back at the same time next Thursday, 1:30, for Key Stage 2 yoga. We'll send out some more updates in the meantime. And until then, have fun and we'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye.